Hello everyone, good morning. All right, that's much better. Wow. Hello. Hello. Everyone is, journeying really quickly. We've not had a live event for a long time. So let me just give 10 more minutes for more persons to join me and we can start. Morning. Thank you. Can you all hear me? Is it very clear? Can you let me know if it's clear? It's loud and clear. Thank you. How happy International Women's Day to you, to every woman out there. We're celebrating ourselves today, aren't we? So thank you for that. Can you all hear me? Is it clear? Okay, yes, it is. All right. So thank you for the response. So I'm just gonna get started because when we usually have the live video like this, people always come back to IG to watch it. So anyone who joins in late can definitely go back and watch it. Okay, so I'm just going to get started. So today we're talking about the post-study work visa, which is UK's government way of attracting talent from all over the world, not just from Africa, so that anyone who's coming to the UK to study can benefit from this visa route. So we've been hearing about the post-study visa for a long time. I'm sure you yourself you've heard about it too, and you're wondering when is it going to start? When can I apply for this visa? Even students who are currently studying, they also been asking for when can they apply and when does it really kick in. So I'm happy to tell you that the UK government has said that this new visa route will kick in from the 1st of July this year, 2021. Okay, that is something worth celebrating. So I'm just having a warm cup of, it's not warm, really hot cup of lime. It's a bit cold, it's a cold morning this morning, so I hope you've had a good, cup of tea as well. So permit me to take a sip, yeah? Right. So let's get started. What will this visa allow you to do? What is this visa about? Now, the new graduate route will open from the 1st of July, like I said, allowing UK to retain the brightest and best international students to continue to contribute to the society and economy through the post-study. Now, the post-study for international students, to qualify, you need to have completed a bachelor's degree program, a master's, or a doctorate studies. Okay, now we know that the bachelor's program is for 3 years, a master's 1 to 2 years, depending on the kind of master's you're doing. For doctoral students who are doing a PhD or DBA program, is 3 to 4 years. Maybe some give a 50, but hardly, but 3 to 4 years. Now, once you've completed that, then you can be eligible to apply for that graduate route. In order for you to, what you're going to get as a bachelor's degree holder or a master's degree holder or PhD, for bachelor's and master's you get 2 years after your course. So this visa gives you 2 years, while for a doctorate program for PhD students, it gives you 3 years. So if you're doing a doctorate program, 3 to 4 years plus additional 3 years, that gives you 6 to 7 years roughly in the UK to stay. Now the purpose of the visa is to, again, give students an opportunity to work or to look for work. Now the good thing with the launch of this visa, the first thing is to attract talents from all over the world. The second is to ensure that students are given equal opportunities. So people have been complaining, oh, when I finish studying, I'm just sent back home. That's not really fair. We do know it's not fair, because at the end of the day, you spend close to 15 million delays or 10 million to finish your studies, or even more if you're doing a doctorate program. And just imagine finishing that and being, told to leave the country. Is not good at all. And then the UK has said, okay, fine, let's give these people more opportunity. Although we do know that some benefits come to them. There's nothing we do that we don't get benefit from. So they've also set a target to recruit 600,000 international students by 2030. Would you be in that number? Would you be in that number? So yes, it's automatic. You're going to get it, but you do need to apply. So it's not like you just sit at home and you're just going to get it. Your current BRP, which is your biometric resident permit that you're issued, when you get your visa, would not carry the post-study. So just like you're saying, but the only thing it will carry is if you're given 3 months extra or 4 months extra, which is something that they normally do. So it's not like you're graduating today and you're getting kicked off. As in the case of Canada, where you do your study permit, the day you handed over your certificate, you get your mail. That's where your study permit expires. So it's not like that. With the UK, they usually give 3 months, 4 months extra on your visa, so that you can at least, try to extend if you want to, do some run around if you want to. So when you're done with your course, there'll definitely be enough time for you to be able to, apply for that extension. But you don't need to, in terms of do anything else to qualify. You're already eligible once you meet this criteria, which is being a graduate from a bachelor's program, a master's, or a doctorate program. Okay, now universities always have a visa team. So in every university, they will definitely speak to their visa team, who will be informed about the UK visa processes, and the visa team will be able to tell you, to say, okay, all students graduating this period, this is what you need to submit to us, because you're still going to be in the university sponsorship system. Okay, now in terms of how long it takes to get approval, we've not gotten that information yet, because the government just sent this information on the 4th of March, which is just a couple of days ago. So they've said it's going to start from July. So when it starts in July, then we'll know how long the processing time will be. But for now, we do not know. But usually, if a student were to extend their visa in a country which we've done several times, the processing time is 8 weeks. But in practice, it doesn't take up to 8 weeks. Sometimes 2 weeks, they've got the decision. But they say once you put your application in, you're valid. You don't, even if you stay beyond the time where your visa has expired, or beyond the time where your visa covers, you don't breach any immigration laws. You're not in fault of any immigration laws, as long as your passport, your application has been put in. Okay, so let me continue. So now, graduates will be able to apply for this route unsponsored, meaning that they will not need to apply for a job to apply for this visa. Okay, unlike the normal tier 2 visa, which we all know, you need to get a job offer first before you are able to apply for a tier 2 visa, because that job offers comes from your sponsor, who is the employer, to tell the government that, oh, we're sponsoring this person, is working for us, this is a job title, this is salary. So, but for this route, you don't need to get any sponsorship from any organization. You are eligible. You are eligible once you graduate from a bachelor's program or a master's degree or a doctorate program. Automatic, you are eligible. Okay, so you don't need any job to go through any job route, looking for job and all that. It gives you time to look for work or work within the UK. Now, there is no minimum salary requirements as well, no caps or numbers. So if you have 700,000 international students applying, they're all going to get it. There's no caps on the amount of people that are supposed to get it. And also, there's no minimum salary requirements. So if you, unlike the tier 2 route where you need to get reasonably amount, maybe £25,000 a year, with this route, you don't need to get up to that. You can have a job for 18,000 and it's completely fine. You should be able to work. And the good thing is that this route enables you to move into other job routes, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. Yeah. So, like I said before, the new route will help the government to achieve the ambition set out in international education strategy to increase the number of international students in higher education in the UK to 600,000. So 600,000 is a large number. As of 2018, UK CISA did say that international students, given a number from Nigeria, was about 10 to 11,000. From India, it was about 18,000. From China, it was about 25,000 thereabouts. So if you compare that figures to 600,000, there's a huge gap, isn't it? So would you be in that number? Would you be among the 600,000? Hopefully you would be. Now, so also another thing they've done is to give concessions for students who are unable to travel to the UK during the pandemic. So they've also had put that extension into consideration. So a lot of students, even many of our students who got admission for January, who are just getting their visas now. Now, they're not just getting their visa because the processing time was long, no, but because the school had to hold back on issuing their CAS because to enable them have time to extend their CAS, their start date, to change their start date. So a lot of them have had to start their course again in March. And that adjustment that they needed to make is what also is causing a delay for those who are starting in September. And the kind of delays I'm talking about is processing time, not that it's changing the fact that they're going to actually study in September, not at all. So they've given some concessions as well. So students who are out of the country, who are in Nigeria or coming from any other country to study in the UK can resume up to June for those who are, who started back in December or started in November. Yes, so they've given that allowance. Then also students who began their studies in autumn, which is September to December, will have until June 2021 to enter the UK in order to be eligible for the graduate route. So that's enough time because there's no way you can, there's no way you would have started a course in December or September and still be out of the country. So, but they're just saying they're giving them up to June 2021 to enter into the UK to be able to qualify for that route. There's students who are beginning their studies in January and February, which I told you some students are even, some of them were even issuing tickets for them this morning. They are going to travel, to the UK to commence their studies, which some of them have started doing online anyway. So they have until September to enter into the UK in order to qualify for the graduate route. So the graduate route comes as the government also unveils plans to launch another new immigration system that will help startups and fast-growing firms to recruit talent they need to innovate, to grow as well. So I want to add that this is the best time to come to the UK. For anybody, UK is the best country at the moment, given the ease that has come into the immigration process. The reason why I say that again is because it's a cold morning. Excuse me. So the reason why I said that is because why is it now the best time for people to come into the UK? It's because of Brexit. Brexit has happened. UK is no longer in the EU. Companies have left to EU. People are changing their headquarters. UK needs more promising businessmen, innovators, scientists. There's not a gap in the market. So you having an idea at this point in time will be favorable to you. So there are visas that you can switch into from this tier 4 visa, which is a student route visa. You can switch into tier 2. You can switch into innovator. You can switch into startup visa. So for the startup visa, there are universities that have the ability to endorse your idea so you can start up a business in the UK. So if you currently have an idea in Nigeria, you're looking to start business in the UK, if you were not coming in through the student route, you would normally go through the innovator route, which you need at least the minimum is £50,000 to start the business. And the government asks to see that money, £50,000. But if you are going through the student route, then when you graduate, within the 3 years before, or maybe get 3 years of PhD, assuming, within the 3 years, you want to plan to start a business, get a business plan ready and all that. Whatever university you do decide to process, there are certain universities that have the endorsement, the license to endorse you, while there are some that don't have. And when they do endorse you to start up the business, they support you, mentoring and all that, the start of visa is for 2 years. You can renew if you have, the endorsement letter again. But again, if you do not want to renew, because most people don't, because again, it doesn't lead to ILR, it doesn't lead to indefinite leave to remain. So people switch to the innovator from the startup. Now, the good thing about switching is whatever money you've invested into the startup business, so the startup visa, whatever money you've invested in that business will count towards the £50,000 that you need to show for your innovator visa. Okay, so let's say you invest £20,000 in your startup and you do know that you need to show £50,000, so that comes off the £50,000, making what you need to show £30,000. Do you understand? Now, the innovator visa leads to ILR, so it's just a clear path from study to startup to innovator to ILR. So those who want to stay here indefinitely, this is a short pathway for you to follow, because we do know that there is a gap in the market at the moment. And EU, of course, we know EU is not separate from the UK, and a lot of people have gone back to their country. Why some they've been given the visa to enable them coming to the country to study, right? To study and also to work. So there are people who are frontline workers that will get some privilege to apply for a quick visa to come in to continue their work that they're doing. We do know, but it's just a big opportunity right now for anyone from any country, as long as you have the talent, as long as you know what you're doing, to apply for job and to come. So having the 2 years, if you put your focus on it, your study, if you put your mind towards what you're doing, you start searching for jobs straight away, you come into start your studies, then I'm sure, if you have that long period of studying and then you have 3 years extra, nobody will waste their time, really. If you put in the effort, you're definitely going to get results. And again, I do know that people believe that only healthcare workers, doctors, nurses have a sure way of coming to the UK. That's not completely true. UK has a lot of companies that are in the financial services sector, like KPMG, Morgan Stanley, Ernst & Young. There are a lot of them. And they do have a graduate training program, and it's for 2 years. So if you are a high achieving student, so you have your A's and you have maybe first class 2-1, they take into consideration your grades that you've had in your bachelor's program. They take into consideration your grades that you have on your current program. And then with that, they give you an assessment. So you do the assessments online. Once you're done with the assessments online, then if you pass the assessment, they invite you for an interview. And if you pass the interview, they offer you a job. Now, the 2 years that they give you the job for, they would use that to train you across all departments of the business. And once you've been trained, you get your hands on to working, they see where your strengths are, then you settle into that department where your strength really is. Okay, and that settling into that part of the business comes with a sponsorship license. So that's for people who are in management, people who are in, finance, different aspects. They do have a lot of departments. They have advisory, they have insurance, they have a lot of departments, consulting, HR. They have a lot that you can actually take advantage of. So don't limit yourself. Not everyone can actually just switch into healthcare. They're making it a bit more difficult now than before. So it's very competitive as well. So those who want to switch into healthcare, you find that the applications is taking longer to consider. For example, nursing for this year, entry into nursing program for this year is already closed. So the next opportunity now is for January 2022. And you wonder, a lot of people want to switch into healthcare because they feel, oh, that's where the money is. That's not all where the money is. You just need to know what you're good at and then work your way through. So if you cannot work for anybody, if you cannot, let's say you don't want to work in healthcare, you don't want to work in financial services, then look into starting a business in the UK. So while you're preparing to move with your family or relocate, start thinking, what kind of idea can you really generate that you know that it can be implemented in the UK? That you know that it can be implemented in the UK and you can use that to apply for a startup visa. So these are just some of the benefits, but trust me when I say that the best time to come to UK is now, not later, is now, because they have a target to recruit to get into the country 600,000 international students. Does not mean that immigration is loose. Does not mean that they overlook some certain things that they should do. No, they don't, because UK is very straightforward. They don't support lobbying, what you call bribery and all that. They follow the contract to the letter. They are like that. Yeah, I'm gonna come here. They follow the contract to the letter. But again, that is why you have us as an agency to direct you what you need to do. And one of the benefits of using us is that we would handle the entire process from the beginning to the end. When you want to bring your dependents, we'll advise you based on your budget, what's best for you. And when it's time to switch into Tier 2 Innovator Startup, we're here to give you advice, to let you know what you need to do. And also from the beginning, if you're looking at, switching to startup visa and you want to start a job or start a business, we can give you a list of schools to choose from that we know have that license to sponsor you on that startup visa. So these are some of the things you cannot do on your own. Again, some people say, I don't want to use an agent, I want to do myself. You are costing yourself a lot of time and headache. If you can afford to pay for a course of 6 million, what is a service fee of 200,000 that will be difficult for you to pay to give to a professional to get things done for you? So save yourself the stress and the headache, because we handle that for you, and we will do the admission, your admission process. We'll do the personal statement. We'll help you review your personal statement, advise you on where you need to make changes. We follow up with the schools. We do everything. You're just sitting there relaxing, right? We get admission for you, and then when it's time for the visa, that 200,000 you're paying us, it covers both your dependent visa as well. So if you are coming with 6 dependents, that 200,000 is the only service you pay for us to apply for your dependents, and we'll do everything properly. And you've seen our reviews. We've not had any visa refuses at all. We were very thorough about our job. We carry our clients all the way through the entire process. Yeah. Then again, if you're coming with your children, there's free advice that we give to support you getting your kids into primary school. If you're coming with your spouse, there's free advice to give and support to help your spouse get into work on time. So because when you're switching to a country, you're already in your country, nobody's asking you and stopping you and asking you for your passport. Not that they do it in the UK, but when you are coming into a new terrain, a new country, you need to be conscious of time. Time is of essence, and that is one key benefit that you will get as a client of ours. We save you the headache, okay, and we help save you time as well. Some people, they just they'll spend 6 months looking for a job. No, but when you come in, Febata already knows what you need to do. We are experienced. Even while you are doing your course and you have some issues with, say, your coursework, you do not understand the brief, you do not understand what your lecturer is asking you for, you can email us and tell us, please, Febata, I'm giving this coursework. Can you advise me who to meet? I'm struggling at the moment. I don't understand. What do I need to do? And, we'll tell you. Recently, people just keep calling me. I'm on a live video and they keep calling me. Just hold on. So recently, one of our clients who, the whole family we got the visa for the whole family, she sent me a message recently and she was saying that, the advice you gave to me when you were telling me to do, the healthcare route based on our qualifications, we got our admission and got a visa and everything, and advised her on what to do when he got to the job part, told her what to focus on. He said while other people were doing menial jobs and all that, I was aiming for the big goal as you advised, and I followed your advice to the latter. And guess what? She got a job with the Department of Health and Social Care England. That's a big one, bro. So if you have that on your CV, you've worked with the Department of Health and Social Care England. It's not a joke. She even sent me the offer letter of the job, and I was saying to her that I was not going to share it online because it did stay confidential, and it's UK government. So I was like, I'm not going to share that online, but I'm just going to talk about it. But she did say, I really want to come on live video and then talk to people and let them know that you guys are genuine. And I said, okay, when your family arrives in the UK, then we can have that conversation. Just focus on booking their flight ticket, get them in, settled, and then we can have that session. So for those of you still doubting, I do know that a lot of people are not used to working with agencies online, but like we do say, and I'll keep reiterating, we are an online company, online agency. We do not have a physical office in Nigeria where you need to come to, but we do have partner offices. So if you want to go there to our partner offices, you're free to go to. We'll send you the address to go and verify if we are real and all that. But 99.9% of all our clients don't even visit an office, don't even call to say, I want to go to an office. They send us email, they call us on phone, we communicate to them. You will find that when you deal with us, we're very professional. So why waste your transportation going to an office when everything can be sorted online? I do know that, Africans are not used to working with companies online. But for example, all the universities here, they're working from home. Everybody's working from home. So everybody's working from home. All the businesses are working from home. The world has got digital. You need to learn to position yourself now. Okay, I'm just saying that just to say that. It's just so you don't miss out on the opportunity and what we offer as a company. And so a lot of people, when we talk to them and we do all of the things we do, they say to us, Fevata, what you're charging for the service you guys are offering is just too small. You need to charge higher. For do all of that. How many agencies, the one do have big offices in Nigeria, will do what we're doing for you? Book up or pick up for you. We'll look for accommodation for you. Make sure you arrive in UK on time. We have facilitated the payment of your tuition fee. If you need money while you're here, you cannot be stranded. We'll do that for you. Anything you need, we're here 100% support. So, but I'm not disputing for those who really want to go to an office to see someone physically. Yeah, we'll send you to our partner's office to go there, and they will tell you, oh, yes, Fevata is our partner. You can go there, but you can actually sit in your home and have everything done for you at the comfort of your home. And we'll do a thorough job of following up. And our staffs are 100% trained, very, very trained, competent professional. Okay, we do get a lot of inquiries every day, and then. Yeah, so I'm gonna start answering some questions, and I'll just answer some questions because I need to go. Yeah, so I've told you. So the study visa, this full study route is starting from 2021 this year, July. So if you need to start a course, if you need to apply for a course, the best time to do that is now, because the first set of people will be taken very, very seriously. I'm not saying the latter will not, but before you can start making adjustment to some policies and laws and becoming more stringent, the best time to apply is now. So if you really do want to study, we can get you a plan on the budget. We put out an ad on 2.5 million. How do we come about that? Yes, there is a deposit of tuition for as low as £2,000. If you do that, you calculate what you need to put in your account for yourself, your family, and all that. You get some advice on how to source for funds, how to get a loan to cover that part. You can speak with any of our customer relations officer. They'll be able to tell you how to get a loan to cover up all of that. Yeah. You pay for your flight tickets, your IHS is involved, and everything that has to that's concerned you getting you out of the country is all in that amount. We also have a plan for 3.8 million as well. That 3.8 million you're paying it to us is we're making a budget, a tailored plan for you to enable you travel. So whatever your condition is, your situation, if I have only 2 million, or I have 2.5, or I have only this amount, I have this, we can advise you. Even for people who want to travel with their family and they feel like, my budget's not going to carry all my family members, can I go first? Yes, you can travel first, and then they can join you at least maybe 2 months, and then they can join you. We have experience in all aspects of applying for this kind of visa, in country extension. We've done everything, so we know we are good at what we do. We're very thorough. We are experts. You are in the right place if you are thinking of dealing with us. Okay, and let me just say, for people sending messages and say, I'm not being attended to, you will be attended to. Okay, as long as we see your email, we would respond. Because sometimes we have to deal up to 60 inquiries, and sometimes we'll call up to 50% on call and all day, and we work round the clock. But as long as it's Monday to Friday, if you have any requests you've sent in, we're definitely going to follow up. If for any reason you've not been attended to for maybe 2 days, you can send an Instagram message, a DM, or you can email, any of our staff. Just send an email to info@fevatavtravels.com and say, I've not been attended to this. We'll pick it up and say, why is this person not been attended to? Okay, we'll work together as a team to deliver excellent service to you, but be rest assured that you will be attended to definitely. Okay, and we've just got a new member of staff as well, just to make sure that people are being attended to on time. Okay, so let me just start taking some questions before I end this live video. All right, so first question. Let me see. So first question, upon graduation, yes, You are doing a great job, Dr. Naomi. Thank you so much, Yomi. Thank you so much, Yomi Silva. Thank you. How long does it take to get approval? I've said that again. I've said that before. So by July, when it kicks off, we can definitely know the processing time and all that will be on the government website. I have a second class lower in applied mathematics. Can I get MSc admission in any Canadian university? Yes, you can. Just send an email to us, info@febatatravels.com, and put this message there. Send your documents as well, and we'll assess your documents and tell you what you qualify for. And again, guys, we're running a promo on Canada, Australia, and US no win no fee strategy. So if you want to apply to Canada, all you need to do is to send your documents to us. Tell us the course you want to apply for, the program that you're interested in, and we'll respond to let you know if you qualify or not. Okay. Let me have a cup of my line. All right. So, do students who start in January? I'm just looking at the question. Do students who start in January or May benefit from this? Yes, they do. 100%. Yes, they do. I did say earlier that students who started January or February have until September 27 to enter into the country to benefit from the post-study. So yes, people who start from May, January can benefit. Even students who started their PhD 2 years ago that are still on their PhD can actually benefit from it as well. All right, so you're in good time. Okay. Hello, Gertrude. Then, sorry, let me read more questions. Can you get a startup visa from outside the country? Yes. How does one know the university that they can give letter to? Again, you can send an email to us and we'll attend to that by email. Okay. Then, what is the work opportunity for students? Yeah, there are loads of work opportunities for students, different department, different course. You just need to choose the one. Analyze your strength. Look at what you're good at. If you're good in healthcare, then you pursue nursing or something that have to do with health. If you're good in management, pursue something that have to do with financial services. All right. Which school is the cheapest for masters? There are a lot of, like, again, I said the tuition range is £13,000, can be less or more, but we do have several offers. The list so far that is available is about £9,000 for tuition fee, and the deposit is £2,000. I'm sure you guys have seen that offer. Yeah. Okay. Then, wow, 200k is a bit high for single and youth. I don't understand what you mean. But again, if you're going to pay a tuition fee of 6 million, then 200,000 for someone who would handle the entire process till you arrive in UK, follow you up. If you want to do a course progression to a new course, we'll apply for you for free. It's not too much money to charge for that service. You guys are not serious. A live schedule for 11 a.m. You come up about an hour late. Oh, sorry, it's not actually an hour late. So basically, you are 1 hour ahead of UK time. Okay, so it's actually 11 a.m. UK time. So I don't know if that was not put on the flyer, GMT +1, but if it was put on the flyer, let me just see, just make sure, because we're not unprofessional, so we will not come on for a live video for 11 o'clock an hour late. No, absolutely not. So yeah, so the designer did not put GMT +1. Apologies for the GMT +1 not being there, but in Nigeria you're actually 1 hour ahead of us and we are 1 hour behind. Okay, so it's 11 a.m. my time and 12 p.m. your time, so I'm not actually 1 hour late. Okay, thank you. Can your spouse work full-time? Yes. So if you're coming to study in the UK, your spouse can work full-time while you work 20 hours per week. That is the limit. And your spouse can work in any job. There's no limit of hours. There's no limit. The only restriction is that your spouse cannot work as a dentist or a doctor or a sportsman, because those are kind of careers or job type that require specific qualifications, okay, and skill set and license as well. UK time, bro. Thank you so much for helping me correct that. Thank you so much, sweet Henry. Thank you. It was UK time, but I guess they could have specified. Sorry. Yeah, like I said, we could have specified. Apologies for that. Do you have an office in PH? No, we don't have an office in PH, but we attend to people globally. We have clients from India, clients from Malaysia. We don't need to have an office in Malaysia to attend to our clients. We don't need to have an office in India to attend to a client. So like I said, when you encounter us and we start processing for you, do understand that, okay, these people are legitimate. I've said it countless times in our videos, but if you want to go to an office, we can give you the address to go to our partner office, okay? Then what if I'm already at the visa stage? Can you assist? Yes, we can. At any point in time you are, or any point of your application you find yourself there, you need help, you can call out to us. So if you got in your offer letter, you need someone to apply for the visa, we can do that. If you got in your visa, you need us to book flight ticket, we can do that. If you got in flight ticket, you want us to look for accommodation, we can do that. If you want us to assist with students, your children's school assistance to get them to primary school, and you're already in UK, we can do that. If you want to process to a new course and you finish your course in the UK, we can do that. Any point you find yourself in the application process, we can pick it up from there. Okay, why is it hard to give information online? I do not know what you mean by that, but when you come to the email, if you send an email or there is a process to follow. If you send an email, you'll be responded to, you'll be told what to do. Nobody's going to ignore you. If you send a WhatsApp message, on the WhatsApp message, there is a drop down to tell you what option you should pick. If you say, I want to speak to somebody, there are numbers for you to call. If you call them, they'll tell you what you need to do. Okay, so I was told to pay money to know the school's course fee. Yeah, so it's not like you were told to pay money to know the fee. So the way it works is, like I said, we charge 200,000. Out of the 200,000, there's a 10,000 fee for consultation. Okay, in that consultation, we'll assess your documents and we'll tell you what program is best suited for you. We'll tell you how much you're likely to spend. If you're coming with your family, we'll do the calculation for you to tell you exactly how much you need to put in your account, how long the money has to be there for, loan opportunities for you, and all of that stuff here. How much tuition fee, deposit you need to pay, scholarship that will be available, etc. All of this, we'll do that in the consultation. If you are satisfied with the consultation, like, okay, yeah, so I want to do a business course. So someone comes to say, we've had a couple of times people come to say, I have a degree in botany or I have a degree in biomedical science and I want to go for management. We'll ask them why. You could go for nursing, you could go for public health, you could go for this. So all of these things comes in the consultation. So after the consultation process, if you decide it's okay, I am ready, based on the calculation you've done with me, I think I can afford it, and you are sure, then the next thing to do is to pay the next deposit of 90,000. So everything comes off the 200. We don't charge anything more. 90,000, and then 90,000 will send you a list of university based on the course that you've decided that you want to do. We send you that list with cost breakdown, tuition fee, deposit, all of this, and then you go through each link to read the course modules, and then you choose the universities that you're satisfied with. You reply us back to say, oh, I want to apply for these 4 universities. We say okay, then we apply. Along with that 90,000 you paid, you get a reference guide, a template to give to your lecturer and your employer to write your references for you, and then a guide to write your personal statement, which when you write, we'll review and check if there's anything that needs to be edited, any changes you need to make, we'll let you know. Then document checklist to send us a list of documents that we need to process your application. If you need, maybe you're processing your international passport and you're finding struggles with that, we have someone at the passport office that can provide you assistance with that. So all of this assistance, we charge for that, and then we do the application for you. We'll wait. Once your offer letter comes out, we're tracking it every point in time. Okay, once the offer letter comes out, we send the offer to you. The bank details of the university will be there. If it's not on your offer letter, we help you get it. You make your payment to tell you how to go about making your tuition payment. You pay your tuition fee to the university. We'll chase the university up with that. Send them the receipt. Everything we're working for you. So once that's done and you've paid your deposit and the university is happy and you're happy, of course, once you get your offer letter, then the last balance of 100,000 becomes due. And once that's paid in, you move forward to visa stage 2, which is preparing your documents for visa. To make sure your bank statement is ready, all of these things we do. So many things that I cannot mention here that we do just to make sure you get to UK. So I don't know, we have staffs we need to pay. We're a company, we're not a charity organization. So are you saying we should put all the information online, and then who's going to pay the staff? How are we able to cater for the time that staff spend from Monday to Friday working tirelessly? So please, let's be realistic with what we're asking. All right, so yes, do you assist at visa stage 2? Yes, we do. Do you assist on study loan when the student needs loan? Yes, there is a company called Prodigy Finance that gives loan. You can send a message and we'll type the correct name for you. You can go online and have a look at Prodigy Finance. They give loan to international students to come to UK to study, but they do have specific universities they work with. So they don't work with every university. So you see, the company is working with universities that they know, I'm going to process with this university. You must process with this university to get a loan. So if a company is making that for a service, we can ask them to say, oh, why don't you just accept any school? I have my own school I want to go to. There's a process and a procedure to follow when doing things. So that company, Prodigy Finance, offers a loan service for students, and then you start paying back after you graduate. But the reason why we do not recommend that our clients go there, we rather look for a program that will suit the kind of money that you have. Because imagine you graduate and then you use the next 10 years of your life to pay back a debt. And sometimes the minimum tuition fee they have is around £25,000. So if you look at that, it's not really reasonable. So we don't advise. We try to, when we have a consultation with you and say, who has money that you can ask, who can support your tuition, we'll make out a plan. Okay, why not try Poland work instead? Okay, why not go for Russia? So all of these services is something that you will definitely benefit from when you decide to use Fevata. Yes, is food science and biotechnology good course in UK? Yes, it is a good course in UK. Is it possible to get MSc admission with HND? Now, yes, for some schools it's very difficult, but for some schools they can give a pre-master's admission. For some they can give a direct HND, but it has been a struggle. But there are few schools that are able to, but you need to have a good work experience to back up your HND with upper credits. Okay, upper credit HND and a good work experience. That's the least, and we can give it a try for you. Excuse me. What assistance can you render with 800k? I do not understand the question. If you can send a DM so that I will understand what exactly you are saying. Will you and your dependents have to pay for post-study visa after master's program? Yes, normally, for example, like I said before, it's starting in July, right? So once it starts in July, we'll be able to tell what the visa fee will be or whatever you need to show. But the good thing is, like, for people who are already in the country, for example, they've studied and they want to extend their visa to a new course they've started. In country, in the UK, you need to pay £475 to extend your visa. Okay, £475 to extend your visa. You still pay for IHS. So, but again, for the post-study, we do not know what the government is going to ask for. But for those who are studying in the UK, maybe you start a master's, you want to proceed to a PhD. The good thing is, once you have showed proof of fund once on the master's program or on the bachelor's program, you do not need to show proof of funds again. So all those headache of running around, oh, okay, I need money to gather money for my maintenance, all gone. You don't need to show proof of funds again. If you prove that you spoke in English, once you're eligible, you have your WAEC, you have your NECO, they're not going to ask you again. Do you understand? But before last year, before they made these changes, you need to show proof of funds no matter how many times you study in the UK. So that's a welcome development, isn't it? So for your dependents and for your spouse, of course, you need to pay the UK government for a visa. You need to pay for IHS. Now, what is the benefit of paying for IHS? IHS is the Immigration Health Surcharge. It's a fee you pay to be able to access doctors in the UK. So you say have a child and your child has headache in the night or hot temperature. Imagine you run into the GP and they stop you at the gate to say, where's your passport? But in UK, nobody does that. No matter how severe the situation is, nobody's going to stop you and say, before we administer treatment to you, you must show us your passport. They don't do that. So that's why you need to pay for the health surcharge from the beginning. So it gives you access to registered GP, which is called GP surgery in the UK. So normal smaller hospitals called GP surgery. If you go to your GP and you're assessed and maybe there's a serious medical condition, then they'll refer you to a bigger hospital and they will attend to you. If you need a specialist, the hospitals have specialists, they will attend to you without asking you for any money. The only thing you need to pay for is some certain prescriptions. So there are medications you can be given for free, but there are others you need to pay for. So when you go to your pharmacy to get medication, they will ask you at your pharmacy, do you normally pay for prescription? If you say no, there are a list of options they'll give you on a paper to see. If you look through the list of options and your name is not there, maybe retired soldier, wanting this, work with army, this, that, and you don't qualify, you tell them no, and then you pay for your prescription. But what we always advise is for students, if you're traveling from Nigeria to UK, get your medications with you. They don't call it drugs here. If you say drugs, you get arrested. Not that somebody will arrest you, but people be like, who's that saying drugs? Or drugs is like hard drugs. We call it medication. Yeah. So get your medication for your kids. Get vitamin C. Any medication you know that your kids are used to, get them all with you when you're coming to the UK. I need to round up with this session because I want the video to be safe. Because a lot of people have come back to say, we've watched all your videos. We're so confident to work with Evata. So again, if you've just joined us for the first time, you can go to our IGTV. You see all the videos we've done, so you get a feel of different services and what we've talked about. All right. So to answer you, Mr. Capable, yes. So when the new post-study visa is launched in July, which they've given us a date, which is a good thing. Before, we did not have a date. It was just tentative. We didn't know when it's going to start. But now they said July, which is a good thing. So once they've launched it, we will know for sure how much it's going to cost. And I will definitely be here again to tell you what you need to prepare and what you need to know. Okay? Do you assist with PhD? Yes, we do. Do you assist on student loan? Like I've mentioned already, Prodigy Finance does that. So, but you can send a DM. I will explain to you. What options can you suggest for the start of visa? Send a DM. I do not know what you mean by the options. If you pay for the service charge, can you apply in different countries? Service charge to us and apply in different countries? No, because for example, Canada charges money for application. So who's going to pay for that? Yeah. So can one do a master's and progress up to a PhD? Yes, you can do a master's and progress to a PhD 100%. How many years per study would that amount to? So if you do a master's, you get 2 years. If you do a PhD, you get 3 years. Is the new student route starting in July different from the one announced earlier? No, it's not different from the one announced earlier. That is actually the one. But because they announced it and did not give us a date, they didn't say, oh, this is when it's going to start, this is when it's going to do. They didn't say that. But now they are sure that they're kicking off in July. Are you still checking proof of fund at any point of entry? Yes, they are. Not point of entry. They won't check proof of fund at point of entry. It's your application process. At that point of application, you apply, send your documents. That's when they check. Nobody's going to stop you at the airport and say, bring your proof of funds. If you look at it, it doesn't make sense, does it? They're not going to ask you. Even you will be like, what? They've given you a visa. If you're not intending to give you a visa, why would they not say, come to you? Can they stop you at the port to say, show your proof of funds? They don't ever do that. Can you enter UK and then defer to your study next year? Unfortunately, sir, you cannot do that. Someone has asked me this question before. So you're on a visa, you're coming to the UK. The CAS, which is confirmation of acceptance study, is a confirmation from the university to the UK via that you're a genuine student. They've checked your documents. You are paid a certain amount of deposit. They are happy with that. They are ready to sponsor you. By sponsoring you, on your CAS, you see a sponsor number. By sponsoring, it means that they are responsible for you, not your well-being, but you being in the UK. So they monitor your activities and give an update to UKVI. So even for a PhD student who maybe doesn't attend classes, you do your PhD program from home, you do need to regularly do what we call check-ins every month. For different universities, they may call it different thing, but popularly known as check-ins. So, or some people say checkpoint. So when you check in, you update your current address, your number, your email, everything, that you're still there, you're still studying on the program, and then they send that report to UKVI. The moment you say you're not attending school, you're not attending classes, things are messing up about your attendance and all that, they send any information to UKVI and they can withdraw their sponsorship. And once they do that, wherever you are found by border force, you are sent back home. So you cannot come to say, I'm studying on agriculture, and say, I don't want to do it again. Then why are you in the country? Go back. That's it. Yeah, you can only switch from one course to another. When you finish, it's called progression. All right. Can my spouse start a business while I study? Yes, they can. Are there students? Hold on. Are there student loan options for those who have admission already? Let's see. Prodigy Finance only does with specific schools that they've chosen by themselves. So unfortunately, no. After 2 years post-study, can UST extend your stay? You can extend your stay, then you have a new visa to extend it to. But you cannot just stay and extend. What are you extending to? Do you know what I mean? So you can extend to the post-study, or you can extend to a new visa route. Can an international student apply for part-time program masters? If you do apply for part-time program, you cannot work. That is the limitation that comes to part-time. So yes, you can study part-time, which gives you a longer time to stay in the UK, but unfortunately, you cannot work. So many people don't apply. It was something introduced a couple of years ago, but it doesn't make sense. How would you say do part-time and then not give the person the opportunity to work? So it restricts you to working full-time, to studying full-time. Is it 200k at any point? No, it's not 200k at any point. So it depends on what service you apply. Is it 200k one-off? Yes, the 200k is one-off. You pay that one-off, but in installments, so 10,000. Some people, when they come to us, we tell them 10k for consultation, 90, they just say, Feveta, just issue an invoice for 100,000 initially. They don't want to waste time. You just say, this is my document, apply. They don't bother themselves. They already know what they want to do. And it's okay, let's combine. Oh, I don't want any waste of time. I'm sure I want to use you guys. This is 100,000. You know, I will always issue an invoice to you first, okay? So is it 200k if we have been already offered admission? No, it's not 200k. If you have, the money drops down drastically. Then I joined a bit late. Can you please reiterate in summary the 3-year post-study? I'd like to know if it is replacing the 2-year post-study. No, it's not replacing it. You can watch from the beginning, but it's not replacing it. They just said when it's starting, which is July of this year. That's when it's kicking off, meaning they would set it up, everything will be ready to go, people can apply. Okay. The 3 years is for PhD, while masters and bachelors get 2 years. Will this session be posted on your page? Yes, it will be. 3 years of PhD, 2 years of BSc. Yes. I like Poland, but compared to UK, what's the work opportunity? There are work opportunities everywhere for different countries, different qualifications. For Poland, what we offer right now is a work permit. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 years work permit. So you can look that up on our page or send a DM or email and someone will attend to you. For Poland, it's a 1 million for 1 year work permit, but you pay 250 first. And then once you get your job offer, you pay the second 250, and then you get your invitation, and then you go for your visa appointments, and then you get your visa. Once you get your visa, then you pay the balance of 500,000. Okay. We have a third class in, let's see. We have a third class in geology, but I want to do something health related now. Do I go? But send a DM and then we'll sort that out for you. The questions are a lot. Does this new post-study route eliminate the need to show proof of funds for the new applicant? They might say not to show proof of funds because if you're progressing to a new course, honestly, now they say don't show proof of funds. It's not needed. So for the post-study to look for work, I'm not sure they're going to ask. We don't know yet until July anyway. But as of now, when you want to progress a new course, they don't ask you to show proof of funds. If you proof of funds for the PENA, if you're in UK to know, they don't need to. If you're doing a 2-year master's, am I paying for 2 years? For IHS for 2 years, yes, you are paying for IHS for 2 years because you're going to be in a country for 2 years. So access to healthcare will be for 2 years. So you have to do that at the point of applying for visa. And, that's what's needed. Yes, I guess I missed the live video. You did not. You can watch from the beginning. How relevant is MSc human resource management? That's why you need a consultation. We'll handle all of that. You're doing a great job, Ivata. Thank you. Thank you. Can 2 million cover Poland first year tuition? It depends on the school and the course, but should be able to. Can international students study part-time for masters? I already answered that question. No. So guys, thank you so much for joining in. Like I said, if you're new to us, you can check our reviews online. It's just on our Instagram link tree. You can go there, click on the link on the bio, and you see our reviews. You can check what other customers are saying. At least when you see reviews, you know they're not generic. They're from customers who've processed with us, and a lot of them will be coming on live sometime soon. So I want to thank you guys always for joining us every single time. Share this video with your friends and your family that do have questions about coming to the UK. Like I said, this is the best time to come to the UK. We are ready to give you the support that is necessary for you to, scale through. There are people who have handled the applications who never thought that they would be able to study in the UK, but it went through. I mean, a recent review we posted of one of our clients who we started the process since about 3 months ago for the whole process. And the bank frustrated her. University came out frustrated, but she was just listening to us all through. She was patient. And, we carried out all through. And then it came to the visa. We applied for a visa same time with some other students who were going to the same school. And then UKVI sent an email to say, excuse me, I want to have an interview with you. And she sent a message to me like, I just got an email, I'm going to be interviewed. You didn't tell me I'm going to be interviewed yet, but we prepared you for the interview. I'm like, don't worry, And I read through the email and I called and said, this is what they're going to ask you. This is what they're going to ask you. This is why they're concerned. This is why they're concerned. And then, we had the interview preparation for her. And the interview came. She blasted it. It was 45 minutes of intense interview. And her visa came at the next 2 days. And I'm sure you saw when she posted and said, they just told me to come and collect my visa, to come for collection. And I'm shaking. And, she went there. It was so funny. She said when she got in the elevator, she did say she had read on Naira Land, she has read many ways that when they refuse you, they'll give you a letter, a paper. So she touched the package and there was a paper, and she was cold just poured on her. Like, she was like, oh my God, I've been refused. Let me just open this letter, Jerry, and see why they refused me. And she opened, she saw, she said, information for those traveling to the UK. If you are traveling to the UK, you must do it. Say, traveling to the UK. If they refuse me, they'll not be saying traveling. She look at her and say, your visa has been approved. And she was screaming. In fact, when she called me, she was screaming for the first 30 minutes. I could not hear anything else. She was just screaming and crying with excitement. So that's one beautiful experience that we always look forward to giving our clients that choose to work with Evata. So we'll prepare you throughout the process. We'll do, organize an interview for you. If we do your first mock interview and you're not ready, we organize another one for you to make sure you are very well prepared. We are prepared for any storm, anything, and there will be no storm with us here. So God lives here in Evata. We always have good results. So don't doubt, okay? Don't doubt. Send us an email, send us a DM. We're ready for you. We're ready for you. So if your dream is to study abroad, we're here to make that dream come true. Thank you so much for watching. Do take care. Have a lovely week ahead. Have a lovely day. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye.